Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Well, it seems that Microsoft is going off the deep end, completely lost their mind because they're trying to make a feature, or are making it, or is making a feature called Recall that will record everything and take screenshots of everything on your PC coming to your operating system near you. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely don't want this on my computer, and it has something a lot to do with the actual, very similar to Vanguard, where I also don't want this on my computer at all. And we're going to go over it too because it seems as it also might be a huge problem with actual health issues, health privacy, kind of a big deal. And I know a lot of computers, they don't use Linux. They don't use these other operating systems. So you're pretty much forcing a industry to use this OS and take snapshot features of all this stuff. So we're going to go over it and what have you. We have this from Ars Technica saying, new Windows AI features records everything you've done on your PC. It says, it goes on to say, at a Bell Conference event on Monday, Microsoft revealed a new AI-powered feature called Recall for Copilot PCs that will allow Windows 11 users to search and retrieve their past activities on their PC. Now, granted, this is on Windows 11. Another strong and very powerful reason to not have to upgrade to Windows 11 bloody ever. So, Microsoft, as long as you have this garbage on Windows 11, there ain't no way on this godforsaken earth that I will ever use this OS. So, it will be into your best interest to remove the said OS, remove it from the said OS before I do it. This is the reason why I don't switch to operating systems, because stuff like this. To make it work, Recall records everything users do on their PC, including activities and apps, communications and live meetings, and websites visited for research. Despite encryption and local storage, the new feature raises privacy concerns for certain Windows users, as of anybody would. Recall uses Copilot Plus PC advanced processing capabilities to retake images of your active screen every few seconds. Microsoft says on its website the snapshots are encrypted and saved on your PC's hard drive. You can use a Recall to locate the content you've viewed on your PC using search or on a timeline bar that allows you to scroll through your snapshots. Here's the thing. I'm hoping you could turn this Recall off, right? First of all, I'm hoping that. And why is it being saved onto your hard drive? You do realize every couple of seconds for X amount of hours a day means so much data being used being put onto your PC. This is flooding your hard drive with garbage that you don't need. What is this? And of course, if you have hackers, when hackers get wind of this, by the way, when hackers know about this type of stuff, they're going to be all like, oh, well, there's a lot of very sensitive, important information on here. I'm going to hack this PC. Because now you'll have either your credit card information, your email information, your passwords. Everything will be recorded onto your PC as you're putting it into your computer, and hackers will be like, well, I'm going to try really, really, really hard to get into this. They go on to say that by performing a recall action, users can access a snapshot from a specific time period, providing context for the event or moment they are searching for. It also allows users to search through teleconference meetings they could participate in and videos watched using AI powerful feature that transcribes and translates speech. At first glance, the recall feature seems like it may be set stage for potential gross violations of user privacy, despite reassurances from Microsoft that impression persists for second and third glances as well. For example, someone with access to your Windows account could potentially use recall to see everything you've been doing recently on your PC, which might extend beyond the embarrassing implications of pornography viewing and actually threaten the lives of journalists or received enemies of the state. Despite the privacy concerns, Microsoft says that the recall index remains local and private on device, encrypted in a way that is linked to a particular user's account. Recall screenshots are only linked to a specific user profile, and Recall does not share them with other users, make them available for Microsoft to view, or use them for targeting advertisements. Screenshots are only available to the person whose profile was used to sign into the device, Microsoft says. Users can pause, stop, or delete captured content and exclude specific apps or websites. Recall won't take snapshots of in-private web browsing sessions in Microsoft Edge or DRM-protected content. However, Recall won't actively hide sensitive information like passwords, financial account numbers that appear on screen. So they even said that it won't actively hide sensitive information like passwords and financial account numbers that appear on screen. I wonder why that is. Microsoft previously explored a somewhat similar functionality within the timeline features in Windows 10, which the company discontinued in 2021, but it didn't take continuous snapshots. Recall also shares some obvious similarities to Rewind, a third-party app for Mac we covered in 2022 that logs users' activities for later playback. As you might imagine, all the snapshots recording comments at a hardware penalty. To use Recall, users will need to purchase one of the new Copilot Plus PCs powered by a Qualcomm's Snapdragon X Elite chips, which include the necessary neural processing unit (NPU). There are also minimum storage requirements for running Recall, with a minimum of 260 gigs of hard drive space and 50 gigabytes of available space. The default allocation for Recall on the 250 device is 25 gigs, which can store approximately 3 months of snapshots. Users can adjust their allocation of their PC settings with snapshots being deleted once the allocated storage is full. As far as availability goes, Microsoft said that Recall is still undergoing testing. Recall is currently in preview status, Microsoft says on its website. During the phase, we will collect customer feedback, develop more controls for Terabyte's customers to manage and govern Recall data, improve the overall experience for users. See, here's the thing here. Who asked for this? Who wanted this feature on here? And as I said before, I hope to God you can remove this actual feature from your PC. Because this is complete insanity. Why would I want a feature that takes snapshots of all my stuff? That's insane. And of course, we have the protected health information. The privacy rule protects all individuality and identifiable health information held or transmitted by a covered entity or its business associate in any forms or media, whether electronic, paper, or oral. The privacy rules calls this information protected health information. So that's one thing, right? But the thing is, I'm going to say almost majority, if not all, hospitals does not use Linux, right? They just don't use this. So they'll be using operating systems such as Microsoft OS. So that means all the patient's info of this information is saved onto that computer. And if ever these hospitals get hacked in any sort of modifiable way, these hackers will have immense amounts of information, such as China, for example, will have so much information on people, it would be insane. China would be insane not to actually do all this. Microsoft, just don't. Just don't do this. This is completely dumb. It's a huge violation of privacy rights, among many other things, and I don't see where this is even remotely going to go. Of course, granted, it is not actually out yet. It's still in for testing, but still. This is a huge problem. I highly recommend fighting against this, because I don't see any good coming out of this. I don't see any amount of good coming out of this feature whatsoever, besides just complete travesty and cancer going on. Yes, I understand, Kat. So, again, this is insane. So, I don't know what's going on here, but hopefully this could be discontinued like it was in 2021 for Windows 10. Thank God for that. Good thing I'm sticking to this big bad boy of a OS and not going anywhere near Windows 11. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.